I can tell y'all are kind of giddy about this trip, and it sounds like there's been a lot of logistical preparations. So can you just sort of give us an overview of all the things you've had to do to lead up to this day?
Well, lots of paperwork, and signing into websites and making sure we're healthy enough to go to Japan in the first place.
Yes. Downloading apps, and we have COVID tests that we're taking the week of leading up to the games, or at least leaving for the games this Friday. So
very careful packing.
Yeah,
they're very strict
on what you can bring, right?
Yes.
Yeah, medicine-wise, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Everything, a lot of stuff, yes, for sure.
Derrick and I, we both have covered Olympic Games before, and so I think the pomp and circumstance kind of surrounding an Olympic Village or just being at some of these bigger events, gymnastics, swimming, you know, where the crowd is going wild. I mean, you guys literally will be there by yourselves. There's no spectators. So the job of the reporter on the ground, I think, is so different this time.
It will be, yeah. You know, I was in Rio 5 years ago, and it was so amazing because we got to get around the city.
And explore.
Yes, it felt like I was a Rio reporter just happening to be there.
That was your bureau.
Yeah, it was my bureau, yes. So it was amazing to get out and just see so many different stories and see so many different parts of the city and the country. And right now, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do that in Japan. So we're going to have to be really creative without getting weird.
Right.
So, you know,
we might be a little weird.
Yeah. We like the weird factor. This is Houston life. We like the weird factor.
Yes, yeah. You know, we may not get to the fish market, but I don't know if I want to be holding a fish, you know, in the hotel. But we'll see. You never know. It might get to that. You never know. So.
And it was interesting. 2 years ago, I covered the 1 year out ceremonies for the Tokyo Games. So I was able to experience the fish market and Olympic Village when they were building the venues. And to not have that accessibility this time around, I think is going to be interesting. But I think that our goal is just to be as transparent with the viewers as possible about what we have to go through, what we're seeing, and what the games are like during this historic time.
Yeah.
I think that's my priority as a storyteller. It's we just got to show them like as if they were there. They can't come, so we'll do our best to give the experience to them.
Yeah.
Historic either way. It's still an Olympic Games.
Without a doubt.
What sense did you all get from the athletes? Because I know that you've spent time with some of these athletes as they've been, you know, first of all, trying to qualify for the Olympic teams. I know for them it's been sort of bittersweet, right? Making it to the Olympic Games, not having family and friends to cheer them on in the stands. So how do you think they're doing at this point?
Yeah, well, they've talked about that, at least the ones we've interviewed, and you know, most of them have been competing since they were children, and their families and their friends have been there in the stands to push them and be there. And you know, if you're an athlete and you know mom or dad or someone's in the stands, I mean, at the last second when you need that adrenaline push, sometimes that's the thing that does it. And so they're not going to have that, and a lot of them, even you know, talking to Simone Biles, she's going to miss that, and she doesn't know exactly how that's going to impact her to not have her family there with her to cheer for her.
Yeah.
You know?
You can really tell. I was able to speak with Raven Rogers. She qualified in the 800 meter in the track and field. And you know, you have to ask about the mental game. You can tell how strong these athletes are, having to endure the postponement. You know, getting ready to compete in the trials a long time ago, and then having to wait to compete. And so you can tell they're really excited, but you can tell just how strong mentally their game is going into these games.
And the fencer, Kelly Hurley, and her sister, they've been competing at the top of their game forever. For Kelly, it's her 4th Olympics. So Kelly Hurley is thinking, it's been 5 years. I put my medical school plans on hold. So during that year, each of them found some time to do something personal, which I think was, I mean, that was fate, you know? So one of them, Courtney created a van and she just traveled around the United States. Kelly, she applied to medical school and got in, but they're so ready to get this over.
They're ready to do this, ready to do their thing.
And there's so many headlines surrounding this year's games, of course, the postponement and everything else. But I feel at the end of the day, if we keep these athletes in the forefront of our mind and what they've done to get there, right? The postponement. Some of these athletes, this is the oldest that they will ever be in their sport, and so to hang on, you know, unfortunately, Laura from the Woodlands. I mean, love her. We're rooting for her. I mean, all of these athletes, every single one of them, has a story, and I think that's the thing that we kind of forget about in the midst of competition.
And Laura, amazing, made it to the finals in the diving. Mama 4. I mean, she's and she's just like, I'm just so grateful to be able to do what I have done for so long and to dive another day. So there's so many stories like that coming out of the Olympics, and I'm sure we're going to be able to discover even more from these athletes in the coming weeks.
And you did diving, right? Or you did swimming.
Yeah, the diving trials.
We have a swimmer amongst us, yes. I was just gonna say, yeah, and with some athletes it actually worked out, like Jordan Childs, she's from the gym in Spring Simone. Yeah, she's so amazing. And last year, going into 2020, the Olympics, before they canceled them, she had a wrist injury and had to have surgery.
Right.
And so she wasn't for sure if she was going to be able to make the Olympics, but this year gave her a year to recover and get back on her game, and now she'll be in Japan.
Trending hashtag.
Yeah, so for some athletes it did work out, but most, I mean, athletes, you don't want to have to wait to compete. You want to be ready. So a year, the delay certainly was not fun for them, but they're the best in the world. They're among the best in the world, so they're going to be fine.
Yeah.
But I wonder what a family could make the difference between a 10.4 and a 10.3.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
It's really incredible. The other story that I need to know out of this: who's bringing the most luggage?
Roseanne was talking about bringing weights in her luggage, so I don't know.
I make sure to keep fit,
You're going to lift your luggage.
Ellen Reed, the photographer, said, you can use my tripod. And I'm like, wait, you be careful what you offer.
Isn't that like a work smarter, not harder, right?
Yes.
No, I literally asked Keith last week, and I was like, how much you bringing? He's like, oh, man. He's like, I bring a massive suitcase for a weekend trip. I was like, I think
so it is, Keith.
I pack more than Lisa and my girls do when we go on a trip. So I'm going to have 2 bags. They're both kind of big, but only 2, and plus a backpack. And we'll 3.5 weeks, that's a long time.
Something also tells me
a lot of snacks.
Keith
That's
needs
a lot
of extra pairs of spare pants. If you all saw the Olympic promo, when you're on the
Oh my
trampoline,
gosh, yes.
you split your pants.
I did, yes.
Happens to the best of us. I mean, was this the moment it all happened?
No, they were already split.
And you just kept going.
I don't care. This
Right now, that's it.
yes, I was by myself when they split.
Oh,
yeah.
Lord.
And then.
Oh, wow.
I'm just.
Underwear?
Oh, Keith!
I'm glad I was. I'm saying,
Are there times that you don't?
We're going to get to know each other really well.
I just know there are some people who don't. And I do, and I'm really happy in a moment like that I did.
We all are.
Trophy for Keith. Trophy showed up jumping on a trampoline without that situation situated.
Yeah.
That would have been a bold move.
Thank you for the courtesy.
Yeah, that would have been, we would have had
hilarious.
even longer promo.
Okay, then. Wow, once again, making us blush. Keith Garvin, Noël,
We love you, Keith.
Rose-Ann Aragon. It's great to see all 3 of you. You're going to have a fabulous time. And of course, even though the games are different this year, social media is not only a great way for these Olympians to connect with their fans, but you all will be on social doing Facebook Lives and connecting with viewers as well, correct?
Yes.
We're going to be showing you exactly what we're going through every step of the way so that you guys can really feel like you're there, even if a lot of folks can't be. So
Again, creative without being weird. That's
Absolutely.
the goal, yes. Maybe a little weird is okay.
Look, I'm telling
Just
you,
a little.
it's Houston life. We like to air weird here. Safe travels, you guys.
Thank
Stay
you.
healthy, and can't wait to hear and see all the stories that you guys cover there and bring back with you.
thanks
Thanks
for
so much.
Excited.
It's going to be great.